Jason Momoa is stepping back into the limelight just a couple of weeks since the announcement that Aquaman's most awaited sequel started filming. That, and among other things, recently Warner Bros. Director James Wan posted on his social media account a photo of a clapperboard that seemed to be resting in the middle of an icy set. Or was that Atlantis? Either way, the news here is that Aquaman 2 has started filming. The DC Extended Universe's newest movie installment is entitled Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, a second installment after the huge hit film Aquaman that garnered a whopping $1.148 billion in the movie theaters, after a budget of just $160 to $200 million in 2018. Needless to say, the movie was a phenomenal success, and of course alongside the success of the movie are its actors, and that includes none other than Jason Momoa, Aquaman himself. Jason is no stranger to action stunts, because before he even became a superhero in the DC universe, he became Khal Drogo first, a prominent character in the high-grossing HBO series Game of Thrones, where he was partnered with Emilia Clarke. And wasn't that pair such a great example of terrific casting? Anyway, that's not the point. Aquaman's character used to be always on the side of Justice League and among other DCEU superheroes. But Jason Momoa made Aquaman's character a lot more different and a lot more stunning nonetheless. After decades of being in the less popular hero category, Jason Momoa led Aquaman's character to rise and get more attention, but that's also thanks to the awe-striking, mouth-gaping first Aquaman movie that we witnessed in 2018. Jason Momoa, during his first movie, had been the subject of countless thirst tweets over a period of time, and now that Aquaman 2 is nearing its release, his name can't stop getting tossed towards the spotlight, added also by the fact that he is one of the few people who is defending Amber Heard's casting as Queen Mira in the second installment. But apart from Jason's merman-like waves that look like they've really grown underwater, and his hazelnut brown eyes that melts any girl's and guy's hearts once it sets upon them, there are many other things about Jason Momoa that you might not know of, and are surprisingly worth finding out. What are they? Let's find out in this video, but before anything else, make sure to hit the subscribe button first and smash that notification bell for more updates. So, here are a couple of things about Jason Momoa that you probably didn't know about. Number 1. Jason blatantly lied to score his first acting gig. It's no news that huge actors and actresses today usually did not become celebrities overnight. Well, there are some cases of people getting famous without anything to start with, like literally coming from scratch, but most of them came from a long list of acting or modeling portfolios. Take Olivia Rodrigo, for example. She did not just get her driver's license and became famous, she had been acting and singing since she was a little girl. And to be honest, it is indeed difficult to land acting roles without any exposure first. It's kind of like a requirement in the industry, but for Jason Momoa, it's not exactly what happened. In fact, he even had to lie about it. It's been widely reported that Jason started out as a model and how, at the age of 20, he was named Hawaii's Model of the Year. That's what we were made to know, but that was all very untrue. Jason himself has admitted that it was a lie he made up to help score his first acting gig on Baywatch, Hawaii. Actually, I made that stuff up, he told Square Mile in 2018. While at a casting call with hundreds of other people, he said he was asked for a resume, which he didn't have. They were like, "Dude, have you ever acted?" He said, "I was like, no." And they were like, "Have you modeled?" I was like, yeah, I'm a big model. I do Gucci and Louis Vuitton, and I'm looking for my friend." And I'm like, "You did Prada, right?" And he's like, yeah, we did that in Japan. So we were just kind of making it up on the spot. Could you imagine? If it wasn't for that lie, the incredible Khal Drogo, aka Aquaman, wouldn't be standing and winking in front of us today. Number 2. Jason was on Baywatch Hawaii between 1999 and 2001, but he doesn't like to talk about it. Despite landing that role he lied his way to get to, well, it turns out he didn't really fancy his role there. Jason's first acting gig was as Jason Lone on Baywatch Hawaii. He appeared in 44 episodes of the show, and it laid the foundation for his later acting opportunities. But in the 2019 interview with Ellen DeGeneres, The actor made it pretty clear his early acting days are out of sight, out of mind. "I drank that away. That wasn't me," he told DeGeneres. "Those memories are gone. Besides, Jason was still way different back then. Starting from his short hair and clean-cut face, Jason Momoa with short hair and no beard, I don't think so. Perhaps he's right about the decision to drink that role all away." Number 3. That slit on his eyebrow isn't a stylistic choice. We know the drill. You want to look cool and fit for black leather jackets and Harley Davidson motorcycles. Then the easiest way is to slit your eyebrow the most stylish way. We all thought Jason Momoa had this cool guy-inspired slit in his eyebrow just for style. You know, he's Khal Drogo. How much cooler should you expect him to be? But turns out this slit actually happened accidentally. Now, that's what you call a happy accident. It's actually a scar from back in 2011. Jason told Access Hollywood about the scary story of how he got it. "It was crazy," he told Access. "A guy smashed a pint glass in my face. I got a little over 140 stitches in my face. It helped get those mean rolls. It just doesn't grow there anymore." Jason added that he thinks the man smashed his face as part of an initiation. Well, that's another fact right there. Jason looks like a man out of an action/romantic movie scene, and he really is in real life. That bad boy attitude is actually a plus on his resume. Number 4. He's an avid rock climber and has his own line of climbing products. Jason has revealed that he fell in love with climbing. Over the past few years, we've gotten to see just how great a climber the Game of Thrones and Aquaman star is through his YouTube channel and Instagram page. But this isn't just a hobby. He's respected by some of the sport's biggest names. Last year, he hung out with Jimmy Chin, climber and director of the Oscar award-winning film Free Solo. He even presented Chin with his Oscar for Best Documentary Feature. To back up his love for climbing, he also has his own line of climbing products with the company So Ill. He's such a fan of the sport that he's also begun teaching his kids how to climb. Number 5. Before Aquaman, Jason actually auditioned for the role in the MCU. Jason is obviously destined in the DCEU as Aquaman, but there was once a time where his post-Khal feature wasn't set in stone. There was a time when the long-haired Hawaiian almost ended up in the MCU instead. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Jason recounts how there were several franchises looking into his services when his tenure with Game of Thrones ended, and Marvel was one of the interested parties. As he said, "I met with Russo brothers, directors of some of the MCU hit films such as Infinity War, who are amazing. It was one of the best meetings I've ever had. I was going to do something with them, which unfortunately didn't work out." He didn't reveal what character he was going to play, but he did say that he thought it would have been a villain. Jason also recounted going in to audition for another MCU entry, Guardians of the Galaxy, where he read with Chris Pratt. But despite this new information, let's face it, we're all happy that he was Aquaman. The movie's second installment is set to be released in 2022, and it is a most awaited film. Unfortunately, they're facing a lot of issues nowadays because of the now notorious Amber Heard's involvement in the movie. Who knows how it will turn out? That's all for today, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this.